try.
So let's start. What was interesting about this? Why you was interested?
I was interested because I knew already that I can exhibit here in the CCA, and I had an idea of doing a work. Mostly I work on the spot itself, so I go somewhere and I produce everything on the spot. And so I was interested on this neighborhood and also on the fact this is an exhibition space and there was something else before here. So the work is actually, I have different materials and different approaches to the work itself. It's an installation, and they are there is this film, and the film shows a little bit what it was before, what happened actually before around the exhibition space, and within the installation I just spread out utilities of production at itself. So you see the installation of itself, you see mementos of the film, or of the film set, or you see, little facts of the work of the person in the film, and also you see the production of presentation of the installation as itself, of this stage.
Yes, and your relationship to sound. I saw your website yesterday. It says you play the bass. So does some inspiration from music or?
As you see here, the sound is very important because it's the sound of the working woman there, but the sound is actually taken by a small microphone on her body. So normally you just do this for interviews. It's not something you're doing when you're filming, but I wanted to have the sound not from the surrounding, I just wanted to have the sound from her. So you just hear her working, the sound she's producing at itself, and also you're very near to this body of the film. So you see the sound, I always work with audio and sound, rhythm. Within a work is important, so I'm a musician too, yes. I'm coming from my studies, I study video in art school, so I'm coming from this really profound media education, and STEM package is actually for experimental filming and also for video education, a really important person, because he had this radical point of view of producing images as fast as you can think about. And this interview is just also an interesting interview because he's talking about sound as an aesthetic error. And for me it's interesting because I work with sound to think about if it's, but it's also a different what he wanted to say, or what I was thinking about in this interview, and why I was filming my rabbits in the garden, just...
I see the picture.
Yes, it's a picture, and it's an interview where he talks about the relationship between the image and the sound. And the sound is normally something which makes people not to believe in the image. So. I work totally mixed media, but mostly there is time-based situation. So some things happen in between the time. There is algorithm also going on. So for me it doesn't really matter with which material I'm working, but it has to do something with time, doing in a space, and I produce also something with time. But I work always with, not always, but a lot with video, audio, different material and installation settings. question because I ask myself when I do things on the spot, I don't make so much connection to something traditional on the spot, but it comes out because in that room, you know, this is the room, it's the former heating station of the city, and it's down here, it's a huge room, and I was there because of the sound. I wanted to go there because I knew when she's building an instrument and she has to tune it, we will have a spectacular sound. I won't get it somewhere else. So it has a connection, but it's also a production connection, you know what I mean? Everything. And the balafon, it's just one of the oldest, I mean it's actually the the oldest grandfather of all the instruments you play, it's the balafon. So. Yes, as far as I was seeing works yet, but I mean I have always problems to go by like an opening and to concentrate myself and to involve myself with art. Mostly I'm like more on distance. But I think it's very also conventional what's going on. So, I mean, I like works where I can look behind the work also. When I find something also of behind the work or also only of the visual fact. So, yesterday I found the Japanese work, I found actually interesting because I think both of these people, they worked after a shock situation, after the thing of Fukushima. And for me, I think it's interesting that people try to do that, you know. So I was not so, I think one video, the video with the washing, I found really nice. The other one, I found it funny to dance, like by cleaning the whole city. It's okay, this is really nice. But it's a good approach, I liked it. And there is, yesterday it was another opening in the ART.ge, and the wall work with the houses made out of the photographs. This I found interesting too. I think in this work I tried, because this is actually my best friend, Monika Schori. We work a lot together, and she is one of the best professional producers of art in Switzerland. We have a museum, Micromuseum, it's a huge museum. She's the technical manager there for make first production of artists, and it's mostly huge installation stuff. I mean, and for me it's interesting to work with her, and we just make like a displaying of the realization, production.
It's first ARTISTERIUM this year, project is introduced very long to contemporary art, to film her roots.
Yeah.
How do you find it? You know, do you have some organization problems, or there were other exhibitions, some problems?
No, we had no problems, but I think it's also because we were connected with Watto, and I met Watto. He went also to Zurich before, and I came here, I just worked, you know. I had no problems of organization, but I organized myself before a lot. Yeah. Because I knew I have to know people where I can find, you know, still a little bit of material like this things, and so I organized a lot before. Actually, I can tell you at the moment I'm doing lots of music. I have lots of concerts. So I had the last year I was playing lots of music. So this year I'm going to have a project. I try to find money in Switzerland. It depends a bit on the money, because I would like to do something in the Zoological Museum in Zurich, and it's actually a film, which is, I would like to produce a film, and the film production is the exhibition. is actually connected. I have different projects. I work with 2 guitar players. It's improvisation. We just do improvisation, like we meet 1 or 2 twice a week and we do improvisation. So it's also processual work. And then I have another project with Monika Schuri. She's also a bass player. It's like 2 basses and 1 electronic beat. And we're doing lots of installation and music.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all a bit like the borders are really going through.
One last question. How you work? It's about production, but really song, just sound and doing my work. What are you interested in social or political or such background? Does impact your work direct, or you're more personal, not interested in social or political?
No, I'm totally interested in social politics also, but I think what I'm doing, I try to, like there is no social politic for me to like think about without having personality, you know what I mean? I have my approach, I mean, I think politics in art is also like showing how we work, you know, and so, and I can do it for myself. It's my biography, or it's also my biography with art. So, but I'm very interested in social politics statements in art also, but I'm also interested in poetic, I'm interested in rhythm, I'm interested in, so this is like just... Thank you very much, it was really interesting. Most of the interviews are totally boring.